Hello there, and welcome to another edition of Voice Actors in Recording Booths Drinking Beverages. I assure you, this is not vodka. This is definitely coffee. It's whatever I put in the Keurig this morning. I'm not really sure. But I can say that I am definitely well caffeinated, and I hope you are too. I'm ready to go out and attack the day. And first and foremost, I want to thank you all for your kind comments, for your likes and your shares on the first video that I did over the weekend. That made me feel really good. Stroked the ego really well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and got me motivated to do this this video today. I'm not just fueled by caffeine. I am fueled by motivation and love. So thank you all. And yeah, we're going to be doing more of these in the future. I'm pretty sure about that. Anyway, today I want to talk a little bit about planning your career and your career path and the twists and turns that you can take through life. And a couple days ago, a friend of mine on Facebook who worked in animation for a long time and did pretty well with it, and eventually ended up in education, and he's done a bunch of writing, but he's in his 60s now, and he was kind of feeling in an introspective and reflective mood. So he was kind of looking back on his career and actually feeling pretty good about where he was in life. He was fortunate enough to be able to sock away money when he was when he was in the early stages of his career, and he's got a 401k, and he's got a pension, and he is healthy and spends his days doing stuff he really enjoys. He loves to teach, and he loves to write, and he will continue to do so as long as life lets him. So he's feeling pretty good about his life, but he was also offering advice to younger people, particularly those getting into animation, and reminding them that, put that money away and save for the future as best you can, because gone are the days where you can go start, you can start working for a studio and stay with that studio your entire career. It just doesn't work that way anymore. So if you're going to get into animation, and it's just one example of getting into the arts, and knowing that you're not necessarily going to be with one company for a long time, but plan it out and be prudent when you're younger, because it'll pay off for you when you're older. And it's solid, sage advice. But it made me kind of look back on my career and my life arc and how I've gotten to this point now. And I spent a good deal of my early life kind of following the path of least resistance. I didn't go to college. When I got out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. I mean, there were different things I was interested in, but nothing that I wanted to commit to. And in my mind, it's like, if I go to college, I have to study in something that I'm going to commit to for the rest of my life. So I went to work, and as I said, kind of followed the path of least resistance. I worked in retail for an interminably long period of time, and ended up working for a local government agency that paid me good pay and gave me good benefits, but didn't exactly scratch that creative itch, and didn't really feed my soul that much. In between those two careers, I had a 6-year stint in radio as a radio DJ, and it was the worst paying job I ever loved. And looking back on it, I still think that maybe I didn't put as much into it that I probably should have. And I don't have any regrets, but you still play that what if. It's like, okay, if I'd applied myself a little bit more instead of just kind of doing it as a lark, where it would have gone. But you can't be where you are now without having been where you've been. So I ended up getting the cushy government job that paid me well, but was a total soul suck in the end. And so, in my early 50s, I decided to take the leap and learned how to to take the leap and learn how to talk, and do something totally creative. and doing something totally scary and terrifying, which is, I don't know, maybe kind of backwards from the save your money for retirement and for your golden years. I don't know. But I got out of the government job and decided that I was going to build my online media empire. I was doing some podcasting at the time. Some of you have seen some of the episodes that I've posted, and I did that for a number of years and thought, hey, I can turn this into a full-time vocation. Well, that's easier said than done, and anyone who's ever done podcasting or worked in online media knows that that's pretty hard to do, and it's next to impossible to do. It's a great hobby, it's a great passion, but not necessarily a great career choice unless you really, really know what you were doing. And of course, I did not. But it eventually led to where I am now as a voice actor. And I kind of always knew that I wanted to do it. Did you ever do something in your life where when you finally started doing it, you realized, I've been kind of setting myself up for this for the whole time? And that's kind of what I felt with voice acting. And, between doing radio and doing podcasting, I mean, obviously I liked doing stuff on a microphone. Now, voice acting is a whole other different animal from podcasting and radio. But it was kind of a natural progression. Now, when you're in your 50s, and you decide to make a creative leap like that, the reaction you get from people generally is, one, you're very brave and good for you, and the other one is you're probably crazy. And I'll agree, it's a little bit of both. But I've reached a point in my life where I need to be creative. And Oliver Wendell Holmes said that many people die with their music still inside them, which is a true and sad observation of the human race. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that has all of this creative fire inside them, but doesn't release it, doesn't share it with the world. And so I find myself where I am now. Now, I took early retirement from the safe, cushy, well-paying government job, and in unsuccessfully not building my online media empire, I've burned through a lot of my retirement. I'm in a situation now where it's a little bit more of a financial struggle than I had originally set out to do. This is something more like I should have been dealing with when I was much younger, than I am now, because now is the time that you're supposed to have that money socked away and saved for your sunset years, and that is just not where I am. And something, I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah, it's a struggle right now. It's more of a struggle than I anticipated. I am building my voice career, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm very pleased with where it's going, but it's work, and the jobs don't always come along when you want them to. But I'm at a point in my life where I've never been happier. And yes, it's stressful, and but you do what you need to do to get by. And the weird thing is as long as you're following your passion and doing what you're doing, and doing what you really love, it's amazing how stuff kind of works out for you anyway. And at least that's my observation, especially if you stay positive and you stay focused and you surround yourself with creative, supported people. And I have a wonderful family and wonderful friends and wonderful colleagues in voice acting that, they prop you up when you're feeling down and you're getting frustrated and thinking that maybe things aren't moving as fast as they should. But I love where I am right now. And I think it's important, and you don't have to wait until you're in your 50s or 60s to do it, to take stock of where you are right now and look back and think to yourself, am I doing what really makes me happy? We've all had that job that was, the soul suck, and this isn't what I want to be when I grow up. But if it affords you the ability to pursue your dreams in other areas, in other creative areas, I say, you know, do what you need to do. But find that music inside you and let it out. And do what you need to do to take care of yourself and your family, but also do what you need to do to kind of feed that creative passion. You know, we're born to be creative, and I'm actually stealing that line from an online video that I saw some time back. But we're born to be creative, so be creative. Let that music out, so when you look back on your life, you go, "Hey, I did all right." If you want to see more about what I do in my life, in my voice acting career, be sure to check out the website at vegasvoiceactor.com. If you like this video, please like it, share it. I've posted it all over social media and on YouTube, so it's easy to find. Please share it with your friends. And 4th of July is coming up tomorrow. So for all my friends in the States, have a happy and safe 4th of July. Go, you know, grill some meat and blow stuff up. And for those of you who are not in the States, you know, grill some meat and blow some stuff up anyway. Anyway, have a wonderful day, a wonderful 4th. Get that music out of you. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Take care.